it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Been gone for a year, only go like once. Life move fast when you do.
What's up, y'all? It's Maya Mills
and Jay Diamond,
and we're back with another video. We told y'all we coming with the videos, and look what we doing. We coming back with all the videos. So tell them what we doing today.
So in today's video, guys, we are going to be, I guess, correcting misconceptions about lesbian relationships. The fun part about it, though, is we're getting these misconceptions from ChatGPT, y'all. AI, okay? So I basically asked ChatGPT to give me misconceptions about lesbian relationships, and yeah, we're just gonna talk about them.
We're gonna let y'all know the real, not these lies y'all be seeing or anything y'all think might be true. We're gonna let y'all know for real, but for us though, because it may be different for other people.
We're just gonna hop straight in. So the first one that it gave was in a lesbian relationship, someone has to play the masculine role.
Okay.
So yeah,
you wanna start
first? I feel like you got this one first since you are very more masculine than me.
So it's saying like somebody has to play the more masculine role?
Yeah, the misconception is that there has to be a masculine role in the relationship.
Okay, so I don't necessarily think there has to be a masculine role, because we obviously know there's a lot of relationships where there's two like girly girls in the relationship. With that, I feel like it's just one person may be more dominant, but not so much masculine. Like masculine has nothing to do with a lesbian relationship. Yeah, because I may seem masculine to y'all based on how I dress and stuff like that, but if you really know me and know my personality, I don't give like masculine, manly vibes, you know? Some people do.
I feel like it's a very like physical thing when you're talking about masculinity in a lesbian relationship. It's a very physical thing. Like the point of a lesbian relationship is like there's no masculinity. Like obviously there can be masculine
but some girls
traits.
do like those ones who be like very masculine.
Yeah, I mean some people prefer that, but me personally, like I'm not in a lesbian relationship for masculinity.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean I'm not attracted to certain masculine traits or, like you said, more dominant traits, because that obviously ties more in with masculinity.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not the point of being with a female. And regardless if she dresses masculine, that doesn't mean that's how she acts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a huge misconception, because even people who dress way more masculine than me, maybe, have a haircut or do masculine things like sag, those girls also be very girly once you get to know them. It's just how they want to present themselves. Like in the same way like gay men, they can look masculine, but then they act very, very girly and very feminine, but they'll come off and look very harsh and tough. So it just depends. Like it really depends, but there's no necessity for that masculine nature unless that's what you're into.
Yeah, so basically it's false. There doesn't need to be a masculine role in a lesbian relationship. Lesbian relationships are just about sex. Now, all right, so it gives us a little message after each one. So it says, many people assume that lesbian relationships are defined by sexual dynamics, but like any relationship, they are rooted in emotional connection, trust, and mutual respect. So that's what they think.
Okay, you should clear this one up first then.
I feel like obviously it's not only about that. Like it's way more to a lesbian relationship than just physical intimacy.
But why do you think that is even a misconception?
I feel like it's a misconception because when people think of lesbians, they find it attractive, and obviously it's an attractive thing. Like men are attracted to lesbians.
Girls kissing girls, I like.
Yeah, girl,
like.
We all know, like, that's how it looks. But for someone who is real life gay, it's just like any other relationship. That's not, we don't just talk about that or just do that. If we're in a real, regular relationship, two people getting to know each other, combining lives, like, it's never just about that. So that's probably the most false one. But
I can say that a lot of girls who are maybe bi or like are into girls, if you see videos and they're asked like, oh, who's better in bed, men or women, a lot of times, well, from what I've seen, they'll say women, because women know their own bodies, so they kind of know what to do when it comes to other woman.
Yeah,
That's the thing about the sexual part.
If we talking about what's better, yeah, then obviously we got that one. But
yeah, but that's what makes it more sexual though, because it's like, I feel like on the sexual side, like,
we understand each other.
So they make it seem like, oh, girls just, it's more of a emotional connection before anything, I feel like, for females.
Yeah.
Or at least it should be.
Oh, I remember one of the other ones from the last
good,
one.
yeah.
It basically said that lesbian relationships are just a female friendship.
I mean, we started off as friends, so I can't even say no, that's not true. Because you do need a friendship rooted in all relationships, but that's not all it is.
Yeah, I feel like a lesbian relationship is not just a female friendship. Like, it's way more than that. I feel like that's a huge part of what our relationship is.
Yeah.
Because, like she said, one, we were friends first, and two, like, you need that friendship in any relationship.
Yeah.
But I feel like at times we be saying, like, we feel like best friends. Like, sometimes we don't feel like girlfriends. Like, we feel like best friends. But obviously we are in a relationship and we do relationship things. So yes, we're best friends and, you know, we have a great friendship, but it's way more than that. Like, we're planning a future together. We do relationship stuff. Like, you know, it's way more than that. So it's a big part of it, but that's not what it is. Yeah. Nothing to add on to that.
No.
All lesbians are butch or femme. So
like butch is more.
Yeah, it says the idea that lesbians must conform to a specific gender role, like masculine or feminine, and basically having that like limitation. It says many lesbians fall outside of these categories or don't identify with either. So that's what ChatGPT is basically saying to that misconception.
I mean, we kind of went over that with the whole masculinity thing.
Yeah, but they're saying like if you're a lesbian, you're either femme or you're mas.
Oh,
that's false because there's
a lot of girls who be switching it up.
Yeah, there's
my
girls
son right here be.
Don't even do that. Like, definitely before I used to have like a little.
I think it depends on who you're with. You're gonna bring out more of a certain side because like she knows I'm not attracted to a more dominant like nature or masculine nature, so she's okay with not like doing that, and she was never really OD masculine like, but. You know, if she's with someone more feminine, she's obviously may like.
I wouldn't say masculine. I would just say
like dominant.
More. I mean, I guess more masculine because like
energy,
I might dress. Energy. Yeah, like I feel like the energy is what's different. Like, because I could put clothes on but still act very femme. Like, I feel like that's what it is. It's really about the energy and like how the other person is too. Like, I feed off of her energy, so. I can be like my most feminine with her, so it's like it's different. Yeah, that misconception is definitely false because there's people who switch it up. There's people who don't identify as anything.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's mad trans people who just be like, it's very fluid. There's no two boxes that you gotta be in one. Like,
yeah, so that's false. The next one is lesbians hate men. It says this stereotype assumes that lesbians are defined by a rejection of men. Whoa. But
guys, the men love her. So
okay, yeah, so that's the misconception, y'all, is that lesbians hate men. Now, you want to start with that one?
I mean, I think that it's not even like that because if gay boys don't hate women, so why do lesbians have to hate men?
Right.
It's just literally they're attracted to women. But I can say that a lot of times when girls do come out, their parents or like even boys, I just was watching a video, they asked their son, did someone touch you when you were younger? And I feel like if that happened, that may cause you to have some type of hatred towards men if you're a girl or towards women if you're a boy who's gay. Because like somebody, you know, took advantage of you and they were the opposite sex. So obviously you may have some hatred and that's why you know, lean more towards your own gender or like, you know, sex or whatever. But I think that's where that comes from if that's the case. I don't know any gay girls who hate men because a lot of gay girls are just not worried about men. Like,
I feel like where that stems from is like men, like at least for myself, I can say like I've come across so many men that like don't care or not even don't care. They don't respect the fact that I'm lesbian.
Yeah, they don't think it's like a true like.
Yeah, like I feel like if anything, that's why a lot of lesbians are like, ugh, men, like men. Like I don't like men. It's because like they don't have any respect. Not every man, but a lot of men don't have respect for lesbians or just their relationship with a female. And I feel like that's where that kind of stems from, because it's like we have to, not that we have to react a certain way, but we're kind of forced to react a certain way towards men when they don't respect who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
And a lot of straight girls be like, ugh, men too. So
yeah,
a lot of
literally.
straight girls, like, of course they're attracted to men, but a lot of girls are just disgusted with men in this time, in this day and age. Like, it's really a general thing, not specific to gay women. And me personally, I feel like it's kind of sus if I'm sitting here, oh, I hate men. Like, why do you hate men that much if you're gay, you know?
Yeah.
Or like for women, or for men saying that too. Like, you hate women that much, like, it must be something like you must be gay.
It's giving when homophobic people are like so homophobic. Like,
like,
why are you that homophobic? Like, are you hiding something? Like, that's what it's giving.
You shouldn't be worried that much. If you really don't like it, okay, cool, leave it at that. So
no, I don't hate men. All my friends are basically guys. Like, I love my guy friends. Like, I don't have any hatred towards men. I just don't like when men don't respect the fact that I'm gay. But yeah, that's about it. We don't hate men, y'all. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Lesbian relationships are less serious than heterosexual ones. They're less
You go
serious.
first.
That's false. 100%.
Okay.
That, like, our relationship is not less serious than any other relationship.
Why do you think that's a misconception?
You know how men think they could, like, turn any gay girl out? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's where that comes
like,
from.
oh, like, nah, I could not.
Yeah, like, you don't really like girls for real. Like, it's like they think it's fake. Like, they think we're faking it. We're trying to be somebody we're not. That's where that comes from. The fact that people don't believe, like, it's really who you are. Like, so no, that's false.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you could also say, like, if you're a boy and a girl talking, it may be less serious. A lot of guys do not take girls that serious. Like, and the girls be thinking the whole time that it's more serious than what it really is. I think that's just it's dependent on the actual situation and relationship, not just for, two girls. But, I mean, I could see why, because it's like two girls, they could be friends, and then if they start liking each other, it's like, whoa, nah, y'all not really, It's just...
But I feel like, if anything, lesbian relationships may sometimes even be taken more seriously than heterosexual relationships, because I feel like lesbian relationships are so deep. Like, they're so deep, and, like, it's just, you're so emotionally connected to that person that it's like, you take it very that's why they say lesbian heartbreaks are way worse than straight heartbreaks, because it's just so much deeper than, I don't know, like, you can't really explain it unless
it's because it's a friendship within a relationship. That's your best friend, that's, and then everything that comes with the straight relationship you're also getting in a lesbian. But
in general, you're getting a different type of treatment because you're with someone who is the same gender as you, so y'all just understand each other more. Like, it's just way deeper than if you were to be with a man. Like, okay, the next one is lesbians are just women who haven't found the right man. That one is funny to me.
That is silly. Who hasn't found the right man? I mean, that's kind of crazy. So Young and May didn't find the right man yet. That's why she's like, come on.
Yo, that is a crazy misconception. And it's the fact that people really believe that. Like, I know there's men out there that really believe that.
The thing is, you're never going to find the right man because you're not looking for men. So that's like...
We're not trying. We don't want to find the right man. Okay, the next one is lesbians don't have children.
I know a lot of people who have children that have wives.
It's so funny to me how people, like, still feel like that. Like, a lot of people, when they come out to, like, their parents and stuff, they're like, oh my god, like, I'm not gonna have grandchildren.
That's
like,
the first thing.
Why do you think that? Like,
because it's like they're not gonna have their... I mean, they can have their...
Yeah.
They can, but I guess
possible.
it's just not the way that they know of. So they automatically like, oh my gosh. But
I feel like that comes from a lack of education, like being educated on... No, like, for real, like, I feel like it's a lack of being educated on LGBTQ.
If you knew what was possible, because there's a lot of women who may not find men or like a man to marry and have kids with, but they still want kids. They're gonna do what it takes to still have their kid without a husband. It's not likely that you will find a baby father. There's a lot of baby fathers taken out here right now. So if you're watching this and you're single, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna find the right man to have a child with. you may end up doing what most lesbians do, which is, well, not what we're planning to do, because we are planning, me, you want to find another woman to have a kid with, if that's the case, but we are not doing that, or at least I don't want to.
Yeah.
The insemination process and everything like that.
But it's like, even if you don't want to go through like those procedures and processes, whatever, you can always adopt. Like, since when was that not an option? Like,
yeah, it's just not the first option for most people to even come to their head.
But it's like, God forbid, like, I'm not able to have kids, or like we don't want to go through a certain procedure or something. Like, I would want to adopt. Like, that's always an option too. So I just don't understand when people like think that lesbians are just not gonna have kids. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy to me. Like, I want to be a mother, so we're having kids. Like,
she's a mother already, y'all. Though
we're both already mothers, but yeah, we definitely want to have a little us. So
yeah, the only thing about adoption, though, I will say for me, is just like, the reason why I would want to have a kid is because I want to see how somebody, like a small version of myself, like, that's the main reason why I want to have a kid. So like with adoption, it's kind of like, I'm personally iffy on that because of that reason. But if I know it's not possible, then my mind will open up to other stuff. But I don't know if it's not possible for that to happen. So right now, I really want to see like a mini version of myself or her. Like, you know, like,
yeah. I feel like, God forbid, like, we cannot do any other process. Like, and that was the last
you
option.
want to adopt?
I would, just because I know I want to be like a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also like, I feel like, I don't know, like years down the line, like if we're in a good place to adopt someone who's less fortunate, like I would love to do that. Like I've always thought about that when I was younger. So those would be the reasons. But yeah, obviously that's a bad misconception and very false, y'all. Okay, this is a good one. Lesbian relationships are always free of conflict. So it says that there's a myth that suggests that lesbian relationships are less prone to arguments or difficulties. How do you feel about that one?
Guys,
Are you good? You stressed?
that's such a huge lie. Like, to say that is to not know anything else but what you know. Because even in friendships, there's problems. Like, even with the parents and with siblings. So why in the world would a relationship, no matter if it's a woman, girl, boy, whatever, would there not be any problems? Like, that's pretty like low, like a very low intelligence like thing to say. Very ignorant, honestly, because why would that even be the case? Like, I can't even just explain why that's wrong. Like, that's just very ignorant.
Yeah, I mean, just like what you said, like, you're gonna experience problems in friendships. So the fact that we're talking about a relationship, no matter who you're with, there's like, that's gonna happen. So
like, did they think that lesbian relationships are not a real thing?
I guess because they feel like the two lesbians are best friends or whatever. It's like y'all don't really argue and stuff like that. But
I wish it was like that. I wish.
Yeah.
One day we will get to that point. Hopefully, that's the goal, to get to a point where you're not having any problems. But that's unrealistic for human nature itself. Something in the world is going to upset you
on everything. So.
Yeah.
All right, you want this to be the last one?
Yeah, this can be the last misconception.
Okay, the last one says lesbian relationships are always the result of trauma or negative experiences with the men.
No, but we kind of went through that though. I said something about like if they're touched as a younger person, like that can be the reason why they may hate men.
Oh well, yeah, I guess.
Outside of magic, outside of magic. Oh, let me not do that. Outside of magic. I was singing that's Georgia Peach's baby sister, like as a lullaby. Pulling up outside of magic, pulling up outside of magic. Let me read the last one.
Okay.
Lesbians are either all out or all closeted. Many assume all lesbians are either open about their sexuality or completely closeted, but some are in between, selectively out in certain contexts or at different stages in their lives. I don't know how to read.
Well, it's basically saying that all lesbians are either fully out to everyone or they're closeted.
Yeah, that's not true, because
I low-key feel like this one might be true.
no, Joel, no. there's a lot of girls who I like in the past would talk to who clearly like you're not gonna go as far with a girl if you don't have some type of attraction to them. And I feel like sometimes it's per person based. Like you're not gonna do stuff with other girls, but you may do stuff with that one girl. But at the same time, you have to have some type of attraction to do stuff with anybody. And in that case, they need to be closeted.
They're saying lesbians. Lesbians are, they're saying, like, as a lesbian female, you're either fully out to everyone or you're closeted. And I feel like that's true because you, like...
No, that's not true. You don't know the girls who go to high school, change, come home, and there's a different person, like, around their parents and stuff. Like, they're not fully out at home.
That's true.
But when they go to school or they're around their girlfriend, then they act in a certain way, more masculine. But then they have to put on this front, like, of who they're not when they're around certain people. In that case, they're changing up around, like, different people.
That's true.
And for me personally, I never really say, like, oh, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. You know, I don't feel the need to say it. I don't know if that means I'm closeted, but it's like, if it's known, I don't feel the need to necessarily come out and say something.
Like, are you serious?
What? Yeah, but it's not open.
Maya, it don't matter. You don't leave a baby by a window.
Yeah, but it's not open.
It don't matter. Windows can break. What be wrong with people? Oh my gosh. Like, I want to record this. That's not even funny, bro. Bro, he's literally leaning on the window. Oh my god. Please get that baby position.
Huh?
Got down. He was not recording that. Bro, because I'm really concerned. Like, who does that? Yo. Okay, guys, so we just got kicked out of the room we were recording in. That's why we're outside now. But basically what I have to say to that last misconception is, I guess I kind of agree with you now that you like explained yourself. But I felt like it was true because, I don't know, I feel like it's very hard to, like, once you're kind of out, I feel like you're out. That's why I said that, because it's like you're literally either closeted or you're out. You feel me? But yeah. I understand what you're saying about sometimes lesbians do have to, like, let's say you have homophobic parents. You have to, you know, it's like you want to be out in school and stuff like that, but then when you go home, it's a different story. So I guess, you know, that can be a misconception.
With that being said, y'all, let us know if y'all want a part 2 to this, because there's a whole bunch of misconceptions that we did not touch on, did not speak about. So if y'all like this video, make sure y'all comment down below. Let us know.
Or even for the next one, we can ask you guys for misconceptions.
Yeah, we can ask y'all. Y'all can let us know what y'all thinking. If you got to this point in the video, thank you for watching. We appreciate you for getting this far into the video. And I hope to see y'all in our next video.
Bye.
Only been a few hours, but it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do